Fox News alert, a fourth American has died in a Dominican Republic resort, the latest in a string of mysterious deaths. With summer vacation right around the corner, many tourists, with good reason, are now being cautious when they're planning to visit the island country. Here to react, travel expert Mark Murphy. Thank you very much, Mark. This is very strange. I mean, you can't imagine that it's a coincidence that now we're talking 4 different people have died and a slew of other people who have gotten sick or have lost a loved one that we'll get into more detail with, that has not necessarily been connected to this. What is going on, do you think?
Well, I mean, you've got 2 different properties in some cases, 2 different hotel brands.
Sister resorts, correct.
Well, you've got the Sisters property, but you also have the Hard Rock that they're now reporting have issues. I don't know how those 2 totally different properties with different employees, different management, different ownership could have any connection whatsoever. I think what's happening is if something happened to one of your loved ones in the DR and now you're hearing about this sudden thing happening at the BAHIA PRINCIPE, all of a sudden you're going to conflate those. And I feel terrible for those families because their loved ones have passed away while on vacation, which is terrible. But literally that happens to, you know, hundreds and thousands of Americans every year as they travel. And in some cases, it could be nefarious. It could be crime related. Other cases, it could be medically related. In some cases, you might remember a Delaware family that was in the USVI that got exposed to an illegal banned substance, and they literally almost died and have major neurological issues going forward. So things can happen, but right now we don't really know what's causing this, and that's the biggest concern.
I mean, we have a list of all of these cases. The latest death was in a Hard Rock hotel that you mentioned. Robert Wallace, 67 years old, at the Hard Rock Hotel at Casino Punta Cana. No yet, reason for his death at this point. A Pennsylvania woman.
Well, hold on a second. No reason. He arrived on the 10th of April.
Right.
He said he started feeling ill on the 11th. Then on the 13th, he saw a doctor there, and on the 14th, he passed away. So this is not some sudden, like, random thing that came on. This is a man not feeling well, who's not a spring chicken, 67 years old. You know, I'm not that far behind him. If I started feeling unwell, I would go and see somebody. And that's why a lot of travelers should think about travel insurance, because if you are having something that's a big issue, they can direct you to doctors, not just the resort doctor. You need to go to a hospital and get checked out. Or if they don't have that capability there, then they will literally medevac you out if necessary. So to me, you can't conflate the 2.
Okay, but there is one of the victims that apparently had drank scotch out of the minibar. So if there
that's
is
the man you just mentioned.
Right.
Correct.
So you drink scotch out of a minibar. Let's say that there's something wrong with that scotch. I mean, do you think that anybody's getting into the minibars and tampering with this?
Well, do you think people are getting into a minibar at one property over here that's owned by a different company and then running over and getting into a minibar over there? Could that literally be what's going on? That's why the FBI, the CDC are on the ground. The way this is going to get resolved for Americans who have doubts, because this is a destination that over 4 years has welcomed 8 million Americans. How many times have we heard about problems, right? Yeah. So you have to look at it and say, if the CDC and the FBI are there and they come out with their toxicology, that's going to be critical for all of us to know what's going on.
Okay, we've got a statement that we need to read. Let's put it up on the screen. BAHIA Principe has written about these mysterious deaths, saying, "We reiterate our firm commitment to collaborating completely with the authorities and hope for a prompt resolution of their inquiries and actions. We completely disagree with the dissemination of false information, reserving the right to take the appropriate legal action." So now that the FBI is involved, certainly answers will be coming out. But we appreciate you, Mark Murphy, for coming in this morning.
Thank you. That's the key. That's the key.
Yeah.